Other interesting culture news, you have Twitter X. They're going to let you hide your check marks. I guess Elon just wants us to call it X, the X app, which will soon do everything apparently. Now, it's fascinating to see from a cultural perspective. You look at Twitter back in the day, before Elon owned it, one of the most prestigious things you could ever get was the blue check mark. And of course, to get it, it was not equal at all. There were different requirements for different people. More often than not, they alienated or discriminated against people philosophically more on the right side of the political aisle. I've yet to see anyone left on the political aisle banned on Twitter back in the day. And the blue check mark was, that's how the account was verified. It was supposed to be a way to make it look more authentic. But you started to see a lot of anecdotal evidence where you actually had emails and text leaks showing, oh yeah, they would give it to you, like I believe it was a medium-sized news outlet that said, oh yeah, we'll give it to you, but it cost you like 10 grand. Or some copious amount of money in that case. Or you have to say certain things. I remember back in my day when I first tried to get on Twitter, they asked me I tried to verify, and they asked for a couple documents, I believe a couple URLs to articles I've written, a couple different websites. So I sent them the websites and a couple articles I wrote, and I sent them a website to my company, my LinkedIn profile, a couple of my other social media profiles to show that I was it was a good way to verify me. I was on all those platforms, same picture, that's what I do. And they never did actually verify me. So when Elon came, he thought, you know what? We're going to make it all equal. If you got $8 a month, you can be authorized or verified. And brilliantly enough, it's also a way to help profit Twitter X, or perhaps more accurately, increase their revenue because they're still not profitable. And Elon is desperately trying to get this to pull up from the nosedive of spending money. Now, he's done a great job. He cut a lot of fat from the company. They used to have about 8,000 employees. He got rid of 6,000. And I would argue most of them are activists because what did they do? If you go on Twitter, it's about the same or better interaction from an end user perspective. So the user experience, which of course is the key, whether it's retail or an application, it's the same, if not better. So it seems like he made a great decision to cut all that cost from the company, but still they're not making money. He lost about 50% of the advertisers when he bought the company. And again, advertisers spend a lot of money. That's why he hired Miss Macarena or Macarena. I forget her name, but nevertheless, he hired a CEO who specifically had advertising background. Linda Yaccanaro, that's what it is. Now, they're still not coming back, and actually he's doing an advertisement saying it's 50% off ads, so depending on what you're doing for a living or what product you're pushing, it might make sense to advertise on Twitter, especially at that new rate. But a lot of people were starting to have a pejorative view of the little blue check mark because they thought you just have $8, which is an accomplishment in and of itself because $8 is more than $0. So maybe perhaps you could say you're doing something in life because you got that $8 a month. Now, there are also a myriad of benefits for doing that as well. In terms of the benefits of doing that, the Twitter Blue, which is now known as X Blue for that $8 month subscription, you actually have a 50% reduction in ads. You get prioritized rankings of the user's posts and conversations in search, which I don't know about that. Again, I don't have a lot of followers at Twitter. I'm at NICTOPPING, but I really haven't seen much of a difference in my traction in terms of when I post something. The views really aren't more than what they were prior. From my perspective, I see less advertisements, so I'm seeing some value, but I don't see the overall. I'm not seeing all the benefits they said it would have. So they reportedly said again that they would have 50% reduction in ads, prioritized ranks of their profile posts, and as well as the ability to post up to 25,000 characters versus the traditional 280 limit. Also, you have the ability to upload videos up to 3 hours long or 8 gigabytes in size. And Musk also said that Blue subscribers are eligible to receive a share of advertising revenue, which initially based on ads displayed in replies to their post. So you do get quite some benefits from that perspective, but it is interesting to see some people thought it was a pejorative thing to have, and some people are actually ashamed of it, including a lot of the celebrities all the celebrities are pretending that Twitter and X is bad, and they want to leave it, and they don't want to be seen as supporting Elon, but they still want to be high in the rankings. And they still want the benefits of perhaps having less ads. So Elon's actually giving you an option to hide it. It's fascinating that from a cultural perspective, what was the coolest thing in the world is now not so much, and it's gotten to the point where people want to hide it. Interestingly enough, I wouldn't be surprised if you just decided to charge an extra $1 So for $8 a month, you get the X Blue. But for $9 a month, you get the X Blue hidden. So you get all the benefits, plus you have the option to hide it. I'm surprised you didn't do an upcharge for it, because I'm sure the people who really want to hide that would probably pay, what is it, $1 a month, $12 a year? They'd probably be willing to pay for that. So it is interesting to see that that seems to be a quote-unquote free feature for the people who are already paying for X Blue. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so I especially appreciate you taking time to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like as well as comment. Your feedback is greatly appreciated as we make the show better and better every day. Really trying to get better at slowing down my pace of speech, so thanks to the comments, I know that it is something I need to focus on. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.